Nothing gives you a voice like prosperity and wealth. Without which, you are voiceless. If you will be a male, if you will be a man, I beg you, kukuma be a rich one. Life dey pepper for a poor man. Oh, a poor man? I'm not saying women should be poor, but marry a rich man. Hey, it's like you don't believe what I'm telling you. No man under the sound of my voice will be broke another day. No woman here and forever will be broke another day. You can't be a man and you are broke. You can't be a man and you are poor. Life will condescend on you. You lose dignity. Even before your children. Nothing rubbishes as it were a man like poverty. There is no glory in it, no color in it, no dignity in it. In fact, there is no any form of any altar of grace in it. Look, poverty is full of disgrace. I hate poverty the way I hate Satan.
You don't need God to succeed. Am I teaching here? You don't need God to succeed. Look at Warren Buffett. Look at Bill Gates. Steve Jobs, who invented Apple, said there is no God. That God is a figment of the imagination of a poor man. That it is because you are poor and you don't know how to cure poverty, so you create a God inside your mind that does not exist. That is Steve Jobs, the owner of Apple, very successful. So you don't need God to succeed. So we don't come to church to succeed.
Somebody said to me, the Lord told him to put a seed of 1 billion in the ark.
Many are just desperate, and because they are desperate, men of God take advantage of them.
It's in this church, it's not from America or Jamaica. It's from here. And I knew where he was when he came here.
It's a lie.
Yes, sir.
If you didn't give a seed for God to forgive your sin, why must you give a seed for God to answer your prayer? No, it's a question. Are you not thinking, why must you pay God to talk to you?
As you release your seed to the Lord tonight,
tú sueltas tu
there will
semilla
be
esta
an
noche,
outpouring,
va a haber
the
algo que va a
perfection
ser de
of
perfección.
everything that has been done.
God punish the devil.
Welcome back. This message is trending right now, and it's all over the media, talking about poverty and being rich. I know a lot of people will support what he said, and some might be against it. Some might be like, what kind of preaching and teaching is this? What are you trying to tell people? Before I proceed, I need to let you guys know where this is coming from. This is coming from a church called Koza. Koza is a ministry that trended back then, 2019. The founder of this church is Biodun Fatoyimbo. A story broke out, and Commonwealth of Zion Assembly, Koza, had to choose sides. Is either you are on the side of your pastor or on the side of Mrs. Dakolo, who had alleged that 20 years ago, now that's 6-7 years ago, something had happened, and she was, like pastor had done terrible things to her back then, and she was an underage. There is nobody that can second whatever it is that this lady said, but they said they were going to drag this to court. The case, I don't know if it is still pending in court, but you have to provide evidence, and you have to also bring proof. And it's something that has gone, too cold for you to be able to get answers to it. You know what I mean? So that is that. Now, the pastor that is saying this now that you watch is called Korede, Pastor Korede. He spoke, and some people are like, what kind of message is this? Why are you speaking this way? Is this the message that you have been asked to or instructed to preach? This is not how it is supposed to be. Don't ever talk this way again. Are you trying to encourage people to go into extreme and do things because they need to be rich as a man? Now that you're putting it on men that they must be rich, they have to be rich. Are you trying to say people should now? Well, it's the same thing that goes to you being told to pass exams and being encouraged, and you are being told that you must come out in shining colors. Because you've been told that you must pass, you must read your book, you must, you just have to pass exams. You have to score. Grades must be good. Does that mean that is being told to you equals to you being a pressure for you now to look for ways to cheat? That's basically what. So it's the route that you choose to take for you to pass your exams. If you decide to put in the work to read and memorize or understand and then go pass your exams, or you decide to cheat to pass the same exams, well, it is left for you. There is nothing that we do in life that doesn't come with the consequences of it at the end of the day. The consequence might be very visible. At times it might be minute, depending on how you have been able to patch it up here and there and cover it all. Now, about money making, about being rich, we'll always have poor people. But the thing is, are you going to be a part of those people or not? That's basically, I think, what this is all about. There will be poor people, but don't be that poor man. Because if you don't have it, if you don't carry it, you will not be recognized, you will not be saluted, you will not be known, you will not be hero worshipped, you will not be respected, you will be disgraced, you will face a lot of insult, you will see people that you are much older than bullying you or taking a swipe at you or even ridiculing you publicly. That's basically what it is saying. In reality, it is true. It is true. It is true. Have you seen a 20-year-old boy talk down or instruct or command a man of 50? Like, you are my gardener, and hey, that kind of, because the 50-year-old man does not have what that 20-year-old boy has. As per age, he has more. But as per what answereth all things, he does not have it. Can we all be rich? No. But we all can be okay to a point where you will be satisfied. The truth, like I've said, there will always be people who will be poor, who are poor, and who will be unfortunate due to decision or, the decision that they made or the situation that came up on them unaware. There will always be. There will always be. I know people will want to reference to the Bible and talk about the poor man, Lazarus, and the rich man, and all of that. Money is needed to do a lot of things. But what I want us to understand, and what I think should be part of what he's saying, is to balance it up so as not to create that thirst for illegality or for some kind of extreme urge to get money. People will do terrible things when they listen to this, like, if it requires them to deceive themselves, thinking that taking the life of someone will bring that money to them. If it requires them to unalive someone, they will go. If it requires them to steal, if it requires them to do whatever, they will. Because of that pressure, a man must be rich. And therefore, the quest for it, the pressure will mount. Then you begin to see people trying to sell fake products, medication and stuff like, because they need to make money. How am I going to make this money? In what way? Well, the sincerity of it is that poverty is not a good thing and should not be anyone's friend. And even the books of Solomon spoke about it, that an idle person, a gambler, will soon become poor. So poverty is not something that should be embraced as humility. It's not supposed to be embraced as a the fruits of the spirit, or should be embraced as a way of life, or how it is supposed to be. Poverty, lack is not good. It is not good. It is not good at all. But what we need to be guided about, and also guard ourselves, is that pressure, push to go into crime, because we need to be rich. Because it has now been said that a man must be rich. I don't have problems with a woman getting rich, but man, when you begin to listen to that, don't get carried away with these utterances and then begin to feel like, as a man, I must do everything. I must get the money anyhow. If it takes me to, no. There is dignity in labor. That's the truth of it. Dignity in labor. A lot of people have found themselves in trouble, everlasting problems, due to the decision they made, all in a bid to be rich, so that they can be relevant, so that they will not be looked down upon. They want to be relevant. Maybe you might want to say, oh, it's better to be suffering and be poor and be in good health and be okay than to be rich. Don't you hear that the rich also cry? Yes, the rich cry. They cry. They have challenges. They have problems too. Same way you have problem in your life, which is poverty. Now imagine with your poverty, you now have a health crisis on it, terminal diseases. So it's good to be okay. It's good to be fine, but do not press and push into extremities because you need to make money. This, I believe, should be part of the message that is being preached by Pastor Korede. What are your thoughts? Drop your comments. See you in the next update.